Hi YouTube! So for today we are playing with the Emperor's Children to celebrate the release of some of their cards from prison. We will be playing with Lord Kaphrael. So our ability is give +1 to random friendly and friendly troop when we get hit by an effect. And we also deal 1 damage with our talent, and if the target dies, we create a random potion. So this potion gives a lot of different effects, and it can hit our guys to trigger simulation as well. These two are our potion generators, so that we can hit our guys to something. Quicksilver Grace. Emperor's Children relies a lot on attacking. Our trigger, our cruelty effects only trigger when we're attacking. So we wanna get flanked to give our troops the ability to attack first, and this gives us potions as well. Not to mention, this thing itself triggers simulation too. Then we have the basic Noise Marines. If these guys hit, assuming they're not killed, which they probably will be, but if these guys hit, they will hit for 8 damage. Then we have the Obsessionist, the previously banned card. So it basically gives shield to itself. We have Bedrest. This is our kill card. If we accumulate enough potions, we can actually arrange it so that he attacks the enemy warlord multiple times in one turn. Then Exclusive Swordsmanship, the other banned card. And it's our board clear as well. Then Turian, he gives +2/+2 for cruelty. So that means you can trigger that multiple times per turn. If you don't have him, Malagars is also a good option. And Rapturous Ruination. This will rarely be used, but this is our finisher, just in case everything goes wrong. And you can also force a draw with it in case, you really can't do anything else. At least you don't lose with the draw. So we're gonna be queuing up now. I'm not gonna turn off bots. The reason is that the matchmaking is gonna be too long without them. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna play a lot of games, and hopefully we get real people alongside bots, and at least we'll have a big sample set to go on. We'll play for maybe 30 minutes to 1 hour. Alright, we have a wolf, and that is a real player.
Paved with such blissful pain.
Now with Emperor's Children, we want to be really aggressive. Our deck is purely aggro. I'm actually in trouble next turn. The last thing I want to play is Vildris, but I will if I have to. And we're just waiting for him now. He's probably looking for a way to kill the Noise Marine. Hopefully we draw something to play next turn, not Bedrest. Okay, so he's gonna waste a doggo. 2 doggos. That's not too bad, because at least I get 1 potion out of it. Alright, so we do have to play Bedrest. That kinda sucks.
Oh, the notes I will pluck from your broken form.
Okay. Hopefully I get something that I can trigger Quicksilver Grace with next turn. And the nice thing about Bedrest is if he triggers an attack with it, Bedrest will automatically attack him first. So remember that the simulation, that triggers before the actual effect. So If he triggers him with a 1 damage effect, Bredges will attack, then the 1 damage effect will come in. Alright, we have an Obsessionist. That is good. Heal 2, I guess. Yeah, heal 2. Then we give him flank. We kill a random boy. We attack the other guy with a Bedrus. With our Warlord. And we turn him into a potion as well. Then we just give our guy +2 attack. And sadly, I can't do the combo with Bedrus anymore because his health is too low. So we just cash him in. The Obsessionist is actually not that hard to kill.
Charge! No great champion dies clean!
Oh? Oh, you should have done that first. Mistake. Okay, so...
Fall back! We live to hunt another day.
Alright. Well, we'll call that a win, but could have gone better. Could have gone smoother. But he would have died that turn already. Kaphrael would have generated 2 or 3 cruelty triggers, and we would have gotten the Obsessionist to hit for around 10. Not to mention our Warlord would have hit for 2, and the Talent would have hit for another one. Alright. So we have a bot this time. You can tell if it's a bot if it's legendary. And it has 0 points and no alliance. But if it says iron, that just means that the player doesn't play classic skirmish, they only play classic. Alright, so with Emperor's Children, or with any faction really, we have to maximize all the damage we can. So first we're gonna go for him. Then that triggers our ecstasy. Then we're gonna throw him here. And armor is always good. This generates a potion for us. Armor again. Not bad. And we hit him. Armor especially good with Bedrus because it really it lets him hit the Warlord multiple times. Alright. So he's giving his guys stealth. Now the problem with thermoguns is and this Warlord is that he can suddenly swarm a huge amount of thermoguns. So this is actually a bit dangerous. Okay, so we have 4, 5, 6. Nowhere near enough. So first thing we do, let's put in our Obsessionist.
Cultivars, give me the course.
We're just gonna play it slow here. No reason to panic. So we'll hit him once. Armor here. Make sure everything's shielded. And we'll cash that in. Now there are certain turns that you would need to save 1 mana so that you could carry it over the next turn, so you'd have 10 mana instead of 9. But I didn't really have any use for it, so it doesn't really matter. So it's pretty much over. We have 6, 10, 12, 13 with our talent. And we get the potion. Alright, we're queuing up again. Hopefully we don't get a bot this time. Doesn't look like a bot. Usually when you see meta warlords, they're not bots. So he's legendary 0, but he has an alliance, so he's most likely not a bot. Alright, so as you can see, it's a raid deck. The nice thing about raid decks is that they're gonna be attacking into us a lot, which is kinda what we want, even though I'm taking more damage. Alright, can you kill him next turn? Maybe not. Close though.
You will not live to see our victory.
Oh, he's gonna let me have him. Ah, he's gonna light me bolt. Okay. Fair enough. That's Vendra. Armor.
Every cartiverse, every wound a course.
No need to rush. I still have a few more turns. Let's see, Bedrush. Armor. That's 5 damage. Then I can hit him with this. That's 13. I might have enough next turn, depending on what he does now. Hopefully he attacks into me. Okay, good. Alright, so Bedrush. Then we hit him for 1. That gives Bedrush a ability, a trigger rather. We hit him for another 1. That triggers Bedrush again. We hit him for another 1. Then we give armor to Bedrush. And we flank him. And that is it. So as you can see, even though Emperor's Children used to have a low win rate, the fact that they unlocked the Obsessionists and the Swordsmanship, even though we haven't used the Swordsmanship yet, shows that Emperor's Children can compete this season. It's not a bad deck. In fact, most of your games should be over by turn 3, especially if your opponent is a combo deck that doesn't have a lot of board presence, that just lets you do whatever you want. Alright, we have the infamous sisters now. Oh, but it's a bot.
with such blissful pain.
Alright, this is really bad.
Emperor is with me.
So, I have 1/3 of my deck is first turn plays, but I didn't get any. That's really bad. But in case he plays anything, I have a flanking obsessionist, which he doesn't play. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. So I might actually just let him have the faith because the shield would expire anyway. He's gonna get a faith anyway, so I'll just kill the cherub.
Prince will have you.
So the plan is maybe in a turn or two, I will be using cruelty and Turion to trigger lots of
Save you from our holy wrath.
attacks for Bedros. Alright, so actually we don't need Bedros yet.
Cartiverse. Every wound a course.
And we might actually not need him the entire game. As you can see, these triggers are pretty insane. We'll throw one of those out there as well.
Ecstasy is such sweet.
Actually, I should have thrown him out at the start so that he could have benefited from the buffs too. But it's okay.
The impure with the Emperor's flame.
It's a bot anyway. Alrighty. 10, 12, 15. Honestly, I'm liking Skirmish a bit more than Classic. Just due to the speed of the games you can play. And a lot of the times in Classic, you don't get to play big units, wherein there's some decks in Skirmish that allow you to play units you never really see. So if you have any questions or comments or requests or decks you'd like me to focus on, leave it in chat. This is gonna be our initial broadcast, and so I hope you guys be kind. Alright, let's see if it's a real person. Gene Stealer's probably a bot. Yes.
The path to glory is paved with such
Okay,
blissful
so
pain.
Rise, my king. Answer the banner's call.
maybe it's in the time I'm playing too. I might be playing in the middle of the night for some people. Alright, so we have an ambush troop here. One of the best things about having a talent like Turion's, or rather Raphael's, where you can deal 1 damage, is that I can just target that to reveal what it is. I don't have to go in blind. Or he's gonna attack me anyway, so it doesn't matter.
For the great patriot.
Ouch. That sucks. Alright, this is gonna be a hard game. Okay, so thankfully we have 2 obsessionists.
Cartiverse. Every wound a course.
We shield up with 1. We get a potion. Now, I would actually prefer it if he just hits me instead of the boy.
The grizzle pit and I have created such wonders to fuel our ascension.
Yes, that's good. I don't mind losing HP too much. I can outrun him with damage. So now the difficulty with this guy is that my guys won't have shield anymore. So the question is, do I go for it now or later? I don't think I can do it now, so...
Every cartiverse, every wound a course.
We just do as much damage as we can. Yeah, sure. On the board, he doesn't have anything that can threaten me. While I can, I have lethal next turn already. So remember, your HP is a resource. Use it well. With the other Emperor's Children Warlords, they actually run similarly. Lucius has almost exactly the same troops. He might run, in fact, more cruelty troops rather than simulation, because his simulation triggers cruelty.
Glory is paved with such
But rather than aside from that, it's actually pretty much the same thing.
My king. Answer
The only one that runs really differently is the Demon Prince. Bot again? No, it's a real person. Okay, so... So I have two choices here. I can start generating potions. But I think I'll only be able to generate one potion, because he'll be killing it the turn after. So I might as well put in my obsession as a distraction, and then throw out the Tormentor next turn, and maybe trigger a flank off it. So make the most out of it before he kills it. Unfortunately, he can get a 3 attack by himself, so he'll just kill it. Okay. So first we trigger this. Oh, lucky. Oh, really lucky. So if I trigger him with the excess, he'll get 1 damage. He'll get the shield, but then he'll lose it right away. So I think I have to trigger it here.
Ecstasy is such sweet reward.
Then we just hit him for 6 for additional 2, and then just heal for 2. I won't hit the armor yet. The reason is that I can trigger another shield next turn with that, or more likely I can trigger Vedros with it.
No, not the banner.
So there are times when I'm tempted to remove Raptor's Rumination for something like Malagarsh, but don't do that, because you need an emergency button, so it's always nice to have him there. Alright, this is probably a person, I guess? Yes.
The path to glory
So
is
I actually
paved with
consider
such
Morbin Val to be the
graceful
best
way.
warlord in the game right now.
In the Emperor's name.
Actually my next video will most likely be his.
Strike fierce and
Alrighty, that's very bad. Okay, so if I bring out my obsessionist, he will just kill it. He'll bombard it with one, and then use his hero power to kill me. So what we do is we attack him, we draw a card off him, and we generate a potion off him. Armor, please? No, okay. That did let him get faith, but there's nothing we can do about that. This is gonna be a challenge, guys. The sacred rose thing is not oh god. So we have to get rid of all of that right away. Four. That's fair. No, I will die. It's not fair.
Come on, faster.
I mean, I think I have to just hope for the best. So this is one of the games where I'm really gonna be relying on Ruination. I just need to bring him close enough for Ruination to hit, and that's it.
The holy radiance of the Emperor burns within me. Every wound a course.
Ecstasy is such sweet reward.
So the plan is to put Turian in the middle and then go wild next turn, but he's probably not gonna let me do that. So we'll see. Oh god, he's still using Sacred Rose. You can always get shields. It's nice to get shields. You get more faith. Shields are nice. You don't need to kill me. Shields? I'm not doing damage to him. Okay, whatever. If he has Divine Intervention, we can't do anything. So I'll be getting 7 cards next turn, so might as well. Oh no, yeah, correct. I'll be getting 8 cards next. Remember, you can only hold 8 cards in hand. And by the way, if you want to see the number of cards left in the deck, you can just click here and you can see it. Oh no.
We march for the Emperor!
Oh, is he gonna disconnect? Maybe. But that's not a good win though. Please don't disconnect. I think 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Maybe Vedras can do it, maybe. Oh. Let's call that a draw. So this is by no means the only deck you can make for Emperor's Children. Once we're done with the games, we'll go over the deck list and then see what other cards you might put. I will play a few more games. I plan for the video to be maybe 30 minutes to 1 hour long, so we're around at the 30-minute mark already. But if I didn't draw Vedras in that turn, I might have died already. Oh, we have our newly buffed guys. Please be real. No, you're not real.
Paved with such blissful
Okay.
Plots have failed. We have no choice.
Now, I'm not gonna hit him with the Fork Strike because I wanna go into next turn with 6 mana. That will either let me put Turion or more likely, I'll get the Obsessionist and flank. Ouch. That's sad. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. Oh, he attacked melee! Oh, what a bot. Okay, that's fine. Go here.
Cartiverse.
You? No armor. We, flank him. Plus 1? Actually. Hit. Hit. Armor. Actually, a better way I could have probably done that is get rid of my guy first by doing 3 damage, and then hit myself with
strike at the heart of the enemy.
hit myself with the plus 1 damage so that I can trigger simulation. Okay. So we have Turian.
The Dark Prince will have you.
Hit you for 1. Hit you for 2. Hit you. And hit you. Now we could have set up our Ruination next turn, but it's really dangerous to give everything on the board flank.
Light burns the light of the Tau Empire.
I hope you guys are having fun, and you guys are picking something up for your games. And I also stream on Twitch if you guys want to watch the live gameplay. I can always also help you out with your decks and stuff like that, so just feel free to do that. I don't actually have a certain time I go in. So, you know, if you see me, you see me. Alright, a feral children. But he's a bot.
Is paved with such blissful pain. If it is death you crave, who am I to deny it? This shall quench the thirst for a moment.
Ouch. Okay, so will this trigger Bloodthirst again? I think this will trigger Bloodthirst again. Yes, yes, okay, good.
Oh, the notes I will pluck from your broken form.
Alright, so hopefully, if he doesn't kill Bedrus, that means that we can win next turn.
Give yourself over to pleasure absolute.
Bedrus? No. Wow. Greedy, greedy. Alrighty then. So we go with Turion first. Then we hit me for 1. Attack. That triggers him again. We attack normally. Then we do our special attack. Alright, we'll do a 1 last and then we'll go a little bit into deck building. So as you can see, just a very aggro deck, very basic. Just do everything you can to bring the opponent to 0. If you're playing against Emperor's Children, you may want to consider just not attacking at all. Because unless there's a really good trade. Because every time you lower your HP, you're actually doing my my work for me. So you should play defensively. Oh, this is bad.
Is paved with such blissful pain.
But no bot. Bot.
Once Dark Angels.
I'm sorry, guys. So like the turn before, I'm keeping this. I'm keeping the talent because I want 6 mana, just in case he brings out something I can charge. And he doesn't. So since he won't let me use my
ecstasy is such sweet reward.
So this is actually wrong placing. You want to make sure all of your troops are to one side, so that Turion can go in between them and give both of them boosts. Alrighty. Okay. So, Ezekiel is actually one of the hardest guys to get rid of because of his camouflage. That means you can't target him. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna waste our entire ruination just to get rid of him.
sacrifice we find redemption.
Alright, fair enough.
The hunt begins! No one escapes the Raven Wing!
Dark Angels look so cool. I love the knight aesthetic. Well, he does look like a knight as well, but you know, a weird knight. Alright, that should be it, right? Let's see, one more. Okay, fair enough. Alright. So, some of the cards that can be replaced here. If you don't want to run the flank card, you actually can replace it with something like direct damage. If that makes you more comfortable. I would not suggest draw cards for skirmish. You don't really need that anymore. If you don't have Theodonic Norse Marines, other 1/4 cards are good. This one, even this one. Anything that deals 4 damage, really. At the same slot. If you don't have the Terminators, you could also just use Tormentors. Or you can use Infectors. They really just do the same thing. The Infractor is a bit hard to use, so I wouldn't really recommend it. It's because it usually just dies in one hit anyway, so you're not gonna stack it up too high. This is Malagarsh if you want a replacement for Thurian. He's more aggressive, he doesn't buff your board, but he can win the game for you by himself. If you want to run heavier stuff, I recommend running something that does direct damage. So, if you want to if you don't want to run Tormentors and want to run a heavier deck, you can run Helldrakes that deals 3 direct damage to your opponent. That's usually enough to finish them. If not, you get a big thing on the board. Terminators rather are okay as well. It gets this 1/1 whenever you trigger cruelty, so it can go into insane heights. Aside from that, you don't. A lot of Emperor's Children use this, but you know, it doesn't matter how low your HP goes as long as you can kill your opponent. So you don't really need that. Since you have a lot of simulation triggers, this Harmonist works as well. I would not suggest running something like Mercurial Host, or even though we've used potions a lot, or Coterie of the Conceited. It's too big of a tempo loss in skirmish. You really need to be putting out the pressure in skirmish. They may be used in classic, but not really. It's not enough. You don't have enough time in skirmish. You could also put in Planes of Excess to trigger a lot of cruelty. That's up to you. And that is it. And even though we were using a lot of potions, I would still recommend Armor of Excess over Vial Tanks. I do understand that the Excess requires more Forge Track to be able to use, so that you might not have it if you're a new player. In that case, Vial Tanks works exactly fine. You still get the potion, you still get the simulation trigger. It might even work better sometimes. It's just that sometimes you need the 1 damage for the excess. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed Emperor's Children. And I hope you join me for our next Warlord. I'm not sure who it is gonna be yet, but we'll find out. Have a good time.